Everything is so dry. This thing used to flow out super good, and while the spring itself is still flowing a little bit, this thing used to be gushing out from there. I'm gonna go check on a couple other springs in the area and see how they're flowing. Little deer in the middle of the road. Well, this was a pretty cool spring. They've definitely done some work here. They got the culverts, I guess, and put in this bridge system, which is pretty neat. And it's got a stream that flows down over here, and then it's got this spring right here. It's got a pretty good flow to it. Interesting. There's one pretty cool spring right up the trail. I'm gonna go check this out. It was about a foot deep or so in certain spots. Had a just appeared, came out of the ground, disappeared back into the ground. Gonna go check it out. It's very hot. Hasn't had a lot of rain lately. So I'm gonna go check and see what the status of this thing is. If you look back in here, you can kind of see a fire ring. Yep, this is it. Huh. It's pretty dry. Did disappear over there. Now it's just kind of dry through here. You can still see that it's trickling a little bit through here. This ground right here is super saturated. Let's take a walk up. Interesting. Very lush, very green through here. But it has been a dry season already. Oh, the bees are out. Love seeing bees. They're necessary for sustainable life and plant life and such. Man, it is really thick through here. Let's take a look back there. That's where the spring head originally was. See, it was kind of a little creek bed. It's trickling out. Man, it just trickles compared to what it was. That's really sad. Some markings on the tree that I hadn't noticed before. Let's check that out. That's pretty odd. Interesting. Well, check this out. They've marked something here on this tree as well. This says AZ. This one has a T. Looks like there's still some kind of flow of water through here. Let's trickling a little bit. It says AH. Huh. What is all this about? I don't know what that is. AG maybe? This was all spring. This was all flowing at some point. All of this is marshy. You can see that was a creek. Some kind of spring. It even trickles right through there. See, a spring was flowing down through there too. They'd cut out a square. It's obviously been many years. This stuff's been grown over, but there's a T there. Weird markings cut into the tree. I'm not sure what that was. Looks like there was maybe some lettering attempted to, I don't know what that was. But these things are all over the place. This one's obviously an X. Let's mark the spot. We'll look at that here in a minute. Looks like maybe that was an A. A B maybe. Odd. AN. Very different. Little creek down here with a bunch of springs that feed it. Just curious how they're flowing in this dry season. This whole thing right here was an awesome flowing creek, and it is dry. Dry. This whole thing is dry. This is pretty dry. It's always prettier when the water's flowing. Drought season. There's a bike event coming up this weekend, and looks like there's signs out. I heard some banging, some hammering. I don't believe this was here when I walked in. So this is showing a little sign off, or a little arrow off to the left. Yeah, fairly positive these weren't here when it came in. Cool though. Interesting. Somebody's out here marking the trail.